Jackie boy.
What's going on, Vic? And what's going on, everybody listening?
What's up, peoples? What's up, my UnFollowVicians?
Yeah, I'm so glad to be doing this.
We got to give them a better name.
Yeah, you do. You should work on that.
The fuck faces. No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't even know.
Yeah, you know.
That was a quick.
That was a long pause.
Yeah.
That's like a Biden pause. We just did a Biden pause.
You know the thing.
You know the thing. Come on, I'm telling you. He knows. He starts pointing at random people. You ever see that? He knows what I'm talking. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
It's fucking great.
No one knows what we're talking about.
Today, on today's show, we're going to update you on what's going on with us and what's going on in the rest of the world. We'll talk about my old home, California, killer robots, and other recent good ideas that also went to shit. And then we'll get into Jack's news with Elon making it rain with all types of leaks that we all pretty much knew about, and how Apple is hurting the very same people that make our phones.
Yes.
So.
Communist. But before.
Yeah. Speaking of
updates, baby.
Dude, I'm a 34-year-old man. I decided that I'm a man recently, and I think I'm going to go back
pronouns?
to college. My pronouns are...
Because we got to do the show the right way. I don't want to get censored here, you know?
My pronouns are child and idiot.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to go back to college, and I'll tell you how I feel about it. I don't think that it's something that's going to fucking help me greatly at this point. I've been in college for forever. I've bounced around collecting credits for no reason and just hanging out and, you know, learning about my favorite thing, which is literature, but never getting the degree. But now with the way the economy is, dude, to keep my house warm, I have to go to school now.
Why are you gay?
I don't know. I'm thinking about picking up something. I don't know. What do you think I should pick up?
I don't think you should even go to college. I think
no.
No, but like I said, I've been saying this for years. Unless you're becoming a doctor, lawyer, or something that requires college, like you need it, it's a waste of money.
Okay, so let me rephrase. I said college, but really what I mean is
get the hell out of the house.
Oh, no, okay. Well, that too.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. No, get like a certificate in something that maybe could help the show, or, you know, maybe just something in advertising.
Why don't you go for,
I don't know.
Like, go to like do animations or something with Photoshop and all those Adobe things. That'd be great.
But yeah, don't be like me. If you're going to do something, stick to it and make something of it. Don't just sample it like it's a goddamn app platter.
We got to cover that one day. I mean, I know we hear it all the time, but I want to know how many people go to college, how many people drop out, and how many people have a successful job at the end of their 2 or 4 year.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've never been more devoted, and I know you don't probably believe me, but I've never been more devoted to anything as much as I am this show. I've been consistent.
I believe you. From season 1 till now, it's a total flop.
I'm just saying things are a bit different.
Yes.
And I've been putting in the work. So maybe this will be my experience that gets us, you know, big one day. Who knows? I mean, really, it's up to you guys, the viewers. So like, share, try to get us out there, and
YouTube, Instagram.
You know, or if we're crap, just, you know, don't.
Yeah, tell us for shit.
Unfollow.
We've been taking, and we actually had people unfollow us, which was great. They didn't like what we had to say, but that's the whole point of the show. So if you unfollowed us, you're doing us a favor.
You're doing us a favor, but we're also we try to give you a chuckle at least.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Scumbag.
So what about you, man? What's going on with you?
So I actually have pretty good updates. Obviously, fantasy football. The league I was in that I placed, I won first place 2020.
Oh, that was
I won second place 2021. I'm out for 2022. I did not make it. My team just couldn't get off of injuries and just couldn't clamp. Mike Williams was my worst pickup. Debo really didn't do anything. Debo Samuel, for those of you that have him, San Francisco wide receiver / running back. He's really not doing anything, especially when Christian McCaffrey got traded onto the team.
Can I ask you a question about this?
Sure.
Is this year like an outlier year with all the injuries, or is it just kind of a spillover?
It's it has nothing to do with like not every team goes through the same events as another manager. I just happen to get the bullshit that everyone else got the last 2 years. You know what I mean?
Because it's amazing to me that you got the 2020 championship because so many people and so many teams. Right. So it's like, damn, how did you...
I was going through shutdowns. Other people were going through shutdowns. I just had a team that some of the players didn't get shut down. Like, basically, they didn't have that 1 week or 10 days off until they got off the COVID protocol and stuff like that. So I got lucky with the people I had. You know? Plus, I had Josh Allen on its breakout year in 2019. I had Eckler, who was pretty good, and he was better the year after. But I just got lucky. But I won.
Right.
And it is what it is. It was the same rules for everyone. Now in Yahoo, I need to win next week. But I also need one of our friends, Bobby, our Bob. I need him to lose.
Fair trade.
Yes. So he is set to lose, and I am for sure set to win. I'm playing the worst guy in our league who has like 3 people on a bench, on a bye. So I'm set to win, but this league always finds a way to fuck me. Like, this has been a league where I can never just get the win. It's either I'm down and I win by 1, or I lose by half. I had 1 week so far out of 13 weeks where I won more than like 20, 25 points. Like, I was like, okay, we're going into this game. I'm winning. There's no shot. I got 2 more guys starting. He has a kicker. He's not getting 40 points.
Right. So the kicker makes 40 points.
I live for fantasy football. Obviously, I had to cut that with the news because it was taking over my life. Like, to even get the news on the podcast, which we're not really we're not a fantasy football podcast. I just like to update you guys, but it was tough work. And then I was going through a dark, deep rabbit hole with this fantasy because I hate losing. I fucking hate it.
Yeah. Very competitive person you are.
Very, yeah. And I guess Yahoo, the rumor is one of the guys wants to lose on purpose so he gets to play someone else, and he's going to let Bobby win, which would then fuck me over. But I kind of gave my peace of mind in the chat. I said, that's pretty like unsportsmanlike, like that's pretty bullshit.
Much. Yeah.
I mean, there's no rule saying you can't, but then I know for me next year that this is not the league for me. You got to play, you play your guys every week, you set your fucking lineup and you go. There's no strategy when it comes, because the guy's in like 3rd or 4th anyway. So what do you want to do? You want to lose purposely so you can play the 2nd seed? That makes no sense. The 2nd seed's going to kill you if his team goes off,
So you wouldn't stoop down so low as to...
I would not lose purposely just so I can play someone that's kind of mediocre and then end up playing like the best guy the next round. There's 3 rounds. You play your game. It's a bad omen. It's a juju. Don't jinx yourself.
No, bad juju. That's a ancient Chinese secret.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't got that.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Yeah, so ancient Chinese secret, bad juju. Always start your men.
Yeah.
All right. No
you went to go see any
conduct.
It's the Christmas time.
Yeah, I know, Jack. Don't rush me.
No, I'm not. I was actually just trying to go into a question. Are you excited about going to see lights and shit? Are you enjoying the spirit of Christmas?
It's kind of slowing down lately. Like, I'm not really caring anymore for anything. And this all has to probably do with my fantasy football.
Yeah.
When fantasy is good, I'm good. When fantasy football is down, I'm down. I went to a Christmas light show at Citi Field the other day. It's called the Maze Light Festival.
Okay.
Let me start off by saying it's $45 plus tax. So it's almost close to $50. It's like $49 something per adult.
Per adult to go see a light show?
It's a light show / it's called a maze, but it's not like, like they take away amazing and they make it a maze because it's like a maze. You go in and out. And they do have like huge light. Like they had a big teddy bear lights. They have
adorable.
It's nice. The only thing, it's nice if you have kids. You don't go if you have kids and you're on your first or second honeymoon date stage. You know how people get. Maybe it's not worth the $50.
I can't believe they had the balls to apply tax. $45.
Yeah, 45 plus something fee, and you walked. I mean, you literally. There was no lines or anything. We got there around 5:30, I think it was, and we were out of there by like 6:10. Like, and that's because we had kids and we wanted to take a few pictures. If you go there with adults, you could bang that whole thing out in 25 minutes.
Okay, so
it's a waste. It's
$50. You know what I could do with $50?
What?
Or, huh? No, I'm just saying a lot can go. $50 kind of goes pretty far. It's like gas one way to New York. Yeah,
it's the concept. It's like if you paint like, and then they had like some vending machine. Not what do you call those? Vendors, right?
Yeah,
fucking food trucks. But they had them off like in the back, and it was dark, and it wasn't like joyful to go walk. Plus, we all ate, or we were going to eat, and they didn't have drinks for like adults that I didn't see. They put it this way, they didn't promote that. The ticket should have been $25, and then you should have made like all the food trucks and drinks in the beginning, so you're like forced to get either hot chocolate or some, I don't know, winter cocktails, beer, and you make your money off there. I don't mind spending $100. I don't want to spend that money half on fucking lights. I want to spend it on food and drinks.
Some of my dad definitely rubbed off on me, man, because I look at a $50 maze walkthrough for lights, and then I guarantee you this wasn't a man's idea.
This is
of how to go spend.
No man
50
thinks about it, and it's crazy. I came back from a baby shower 2-3 weeks before that, and you can see this from the highway on the Van Wyck. And, you know, it's like, oh, my God, what are those lights? And it's like, oh, it's just Christmas lights. Big deal. Let's go. Keep driving. And then one word spreads to another because they put it in a central spot. Like,
for sure.
Picked City Field for the Mets. The perfect area where there's the LIE on one side, there's the Van Wyck, and then there's the Grand Central. So you got 3 major highways looking at these fucking lights. Eventually someone's going to say, a light show at City Field, and then boom. I hear it's a big event. I just don't think it's worth the $50. I don't care what your electric bill is. I think 25 is more than enough.
I think adult. Walking around the city or even in some neighborhoods that they go big and they do the whole block, the whole street, they're all lit up, and it's fucking free. It's fucking free.
Well, well, that's good. We like that too.
I'm just saying,
free is for me.
I'm just trying to think back when I was 8 years old, if my mother had ever said to my dad, hey, you know what we should do? Spend $50 a head to go stare at lights.
Yeah. Your dad would go nuts.
He'd be like, are you fucking retarded?
Yeah. And I feel retarded.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just rich people do these things. I'm not rich. I can't and like I said, if you have kids, it's one thing. I would rather go there than fucking walk around in the streets under these crazy laws and stuff anyway. So.
Right, 100%.
Then I have a friend's birthday. Shout out to Yi. Happy birthday. We went out to get sushi and then watch the Monday night game this past Monday. Tampa Bay actually won for once.
Congrats.
Horrible team. Mike Evans, what are you doing, man? Start catching. Talk to Brady. Anyway, we went to an all-you-can-eat sushi. So I got to stop myself right there. One, don't ever go to all-you-can-eat sushi because I don't think the sushi brand and the type of quality they have is that great. It wasn't bad. Like the actual sushi itself was like a 6.
It's the unlimited one that comes out on a conveyor belt.
No, it's the one where you just write how many rolls you want, hand it in. They make it and drop it off. Like the Connie salad was good, and the rolls and the sushi was pretty good. But the amount these idiots ordered,
right?
And if you don't eat, you got to pay. So it's already $40 a head. Now, if we would have left those 15 rolls,
$40
we probably would have got hit. Well, we ate more than $40 a head, just saying.
Yeah.
But we had a
$40
so
a
I'm
head.
sushi'd out. Yeah, it was $37.99 a person, whatever. Just $40 a head to make it even. And it's just, we ordered too much to the point where, like, I literally thought I was going to die. Like, on the way to the bar to watch the football game, like, I was in agony. I was in pain. I didn't even want to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sushi'd out. I don't think I'm eating sushi for another 3 to 6 months, dude. Like, I don't even want to look. I don't even want to hear about sushi at all.
Okay.
Watch. That's all I'm going to fucking see now. And then I'm on Instagram, and I love it because I always find this one picture or this one stupid fucking thing that just irritates me. And I saw a post. Now, I have nothing against people going for a college degree.
Yes, you do.
If you have life in prison to get a degree, I don't get the point.
Yeah.
Like, this guy was doing, like, he's probably got 50 years, but he got a college degree. I don't know what it was for. And it's like, this is where we're paying taxes, right? This is where our money's going. The guy's going to be 90. I don't think he's going to fucking do lineman jobs and climb, towers and fucking do electrician or something. Like, it's done. It's a wrap.
At that point, then you're only working towards getting better at doing something in prison. So, I mean, I don't know, be a chef. Maybe they take cooking classes and they just learn how to make the most bomb-ass
Without the
ramen
knives,
noodles. And I don't know. I have no sympathy. I think that's the word. I have no sympathy for people that are in jail for life. So I don't think they should be given, unlimited fucking education. But if the person is not in for life, and let's say he's in for 40, 50 years, and he doesn't want to come out, he's going to probably be dead anyway. I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't get the college thing. I don't. Like, if it would be awesome if, like, a different contractor can hire inmates and, like, be like, hey, listen, we need to build sheds, and the money will go to you, but ultimately give the money back to your family or something. Like,
then it's like slave labor.
Like, No. Like, if you have 2 kids, let's say, right? You had 2 kids, but now you're going to jail for 40 years. And now let's say Home Depot does these pre-made sheds. Hey, listen, you make these pre-made sheds. We're going to pay you a percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to just keep it in jail and let the money rot and you use it for your commissary? Or do you want to give it towards your kids' college, your kids' school, your kids' clothing? That's up to you. They pay them. You do what you want. So it's not slavery at all, by all means. I mean, you're not getting $100 a shed, but you're getting something just to keep busy.
Yeah. On the topic, actually, of college, obviously we already went over how it's not for everybody. I can't tell you how many girls I know were probably better off, and it's sad to say, better off just taking a loan out and the amount that they spent on their fucking college loans and just gotten themselves to be like a 10 out of 10 fucking Instagram model status, banging with plastic surgery and injections and shit, and just become Instagram whores. Like, at that point, you'd make so much more. I get it. It's not fulfilling maybe to some of you, but holy fuck, that's got to be a glamorous lifestyle compared to what? Compared to...
You're going to hypnotize guys. It's just every guy has a different hypnotist.
Mm-hmm.
Some want the blonde, some want the brunette, some want big booty, some want tits. It's just, you can get out there and be on OnlyFans. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know how long the Instagram modeling is going to last. Because eventually, you're going to take a toll or you're going to do something stupid. I always picture a girl who's going to be like this millionaire, get on a motorcycle for the first time and, like, scar her whole face. And no one's going to be like, well, you're done now. Now you got to go back to Stop and Shop or whatever and figure it out.
Yeah.
You could twerk on the other side of the fish market and Stop and Shop.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get a fucking doctorate, bang your head on something and lose your memory, and then that's fucking pointless.
That's even better. That's what they want. That's what your agent wants. No, I paid you. Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. They would still be single and miserable, likely, but at least they wouldn't be broke. So I just feel like for a lot of people, they missed the boat on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If you get a if you're in jail for 40 years and you come out an entrepreneur or a computer hacker or a fucking doctor, then cool.
Yeah,
you're going to spend your old age doing some, whatever. I'm just saying, get good at something else if you're going to get out, because, you know, being a criminal hasn't worked
just write
out.
a book at that point. Just write a book of your life experience.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyways, let's get into this topic / discussion.
After you, sir.
So, California, a.k.a. Commiefornia, wants to give robots the use of deadly force. And apparently it's been approved. It's been voted 8-3 in favor. Police departments will now have the chance to deploy robotic police robots and use deadly force if necessary.
Yes.
And here's my take on this. Before we get into a lot of shit we got to talk about. I think it's a horrible idea. Obviously, I got to have an answer for that.
Yeah.
So first off, really, anything coming from California is always bad, right?
Right.
Or is this just me? So
it's definitely one of those ideas that you already see going bad.
Exactly. And it's just insane. It's basically, we call it Commiefornia because it's like the commie state just approved of robots to use deadly force. What the fuck? This is how it starts, ladies and gentlemen, okay?
Absolutely.
This is how accidents begin. This is an accident waiting to happen. We're still, and then I could just see this going, man, and I get what they're doing. They're putting like, hey, you know, we can go in there and save the hostage negotiation. Like, we don't have to get, you know, our officers hurt. And I get that.
Right.
I kind of get that. But we got to look at the bigger picture. We got to look at how it starts and how it ends. And this is the start to a bad beginning. Just like I have a list of a few things. Just like prescription drugs. Starts off good, right? You're in pain. Take this. Feels better. Now you build an addiction and you're sucking dick for $5, right?
Right. Starts off great.
Now you're
fantastic.
a crackhead. Great, right? Back beads, right? Women love the back beads. Oh, this feels so good. Massage. You get a whore from Instagram that starts sticking them in their ass, and now they're anal beads, right? Perfect. COVID-19, 15 days to flatten the earth, right?
The
Jack,
curve,
how many?
not the flatten earth.
Flatten? Yeah, no. Sorry, I'm not a flat earther. COVID. 15 days to flatten the curve, right, Jack?
Days. Yes,
how long are we doing this now for?
I did the math earlier. 2 years, 8 months, 22 days as of the release of this video.
Yes, so 977 days, I believe. I have it written down.
An absurd amount that is way more than 15.
Yes. So how it starts and how it's going, right? No mask. We're up to 3 masks. I've seen 3 masks on people.
I've seen it. I've seen people with masks on their motorcycle.
It's just one shot.
I've seen it.
One shot. And now we're up to 2 shots. But wait.
No.
How's it going now? Now we need boosters, right? Multiple boosters?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no. It's a vaccine. Then it's then it's not a vaccine. Then you need more of it because it's not the flu, but it comes back like
the flu shot is once a year. But the vaccine, you had to get 2 within what? I think 3 months of each other. So you get the first one. Then you couldn't get the second one till after 3-4 weeks, but then you had to get the 5th one right then and there.
Yeah.
And now you're doing booster shots. Actually, me and Jack, I'm not going to mention names. We went to a show, and we knew someone on the show. We knew a couple people on the show, and then we got to meet other people that were involved in that show. And we're having a genuine conversation. Oh, good show, you know, you blah blah blah, you know, whatever, you know, the yuppie-duppy bullshit. And then, you know, Jack goes, hey, you know, we're going out for drinks. Would you like to come out for drinks? And then the guy goes, oh, I can't. I just took my 3rd booster. And we both looked at each other. I stopped talking. I actually think I just turned around and walked away. I don't know how it left off with you and him.
Any curiosity that I had about this human being standing in front of me instantly vanished. Yes. I did not want to hear another word out of this person's mouth.
But you got to admit, there was a point. Was he just trying not to talk to us? Or was he really on his 3rd booster shot?
I don't know if he didn't want to hang out. I'm pretty sure that man's BMI would have fucked him over with 1 beer. Like, because just this frail, tall, skinny guy that I've seen plenty of his type walking around, and this dude is shot beyond words, and he's on his 3rd booster shot.
Was on his 3rd.
3rd booster shot. I can't go out for a beer. I've been really tired. And just shut up. Don't talk. Just stop.
Just go home.
What else we got on great ideas?
Well, you have here the election. You can take that one.
All right. So,
one.
Our elections, the safest, fairest, most secure elections in history, as has been coined. To
That's
now,
how
Twitter is leaking like a fucking working directly with the governments with correspondence between people at the heads of Twitter, literally helping to censor people. And now the media is reporting on it, but not so much the mainstream media.
So that's how it started. It started off as we are the safest election, and now it's going as Twitter is actually leaking what the government was doing to censorship everything involved in the election, involving one side of the party.
They took the documents that have Joe Biden, well, referenced as the big guy, right? And Hunter and all these deals with all these companies. And, the forewarning that something's going to be coming out. Everyone heard
It did come
the
out.
Facebook guy. What's his face? The lizard guy.
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerfucker.
Zuckerfucker.
The Zuckerfucker.
Hi.
Just basically saying, oh, yeah, the FBI came in. We had some coffee, and they told us that this was coming in, so we just made sure it didn't go out. And Twitter's putting down the post for actually coming out with this. They actually had. I can keep going into this, but
let's not. Let's stay on topic.
So feminism, right? That started off
How
great.
did it start? It started off great, right?
Ladies, I agree. You shouldn't have to wear a bra, but I also disagree with that. You should cut off your tits.
So basically, it started with feminism.
Yeah. Then you
got its way into Hillary Clinton, and now we have infinite pronouns.
Yes.
So how it started, and I had something to write on that. I mean, listen, we went from making sure women have equal rights, right? What was feminism found, like their foundation? Make sure women have equal rights, same pay, that they get treated equally. And now we have what? We have men winning in beauty pageants. We have men winning in female sports all around college. And now we have people that think men can actually get pregnant and breastfeed. So why do we need women?
That's gross.
What's the reason? What's the purpose of feminism and women? If men can just do it all.
What is the point of
being
a woman?
Purpose?
If
what's the woman's march? What is the woman's march about? If you're just letting men compete and defeat you guys, what are we doing here?
The biggest fuck up, I think, is that and the most obvious, like when all women should have just been like, oh no, this was such a bad idea, was when the Olympian who changed his gender. I
don't know his name, but I know you talking about the water.
No. He was a Kardashian, not the Kardashian. He was married to the Kardashian.
Oh,
Jenner.
Bruce Jenner, who wants to be called Caitlyn Jenner,
was highlighted as Woman of the Year. So women can't even win.
Year. Without a period or anything. Just here you go. You're going to be Woman and Hero of the Year.
You can't win your own contests, ladies. You've gone too far.
You guys are ruining. Like it's like the WNBA. You guys are just ruining yourselves.
Yeah.
We got nothing to do with this. So you can't scream feminists and equal rights to women and then also say, well, a man is a woman.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yes.
But back to the robots thing, which is where I think started the whole thing. The main idea of this topic was that really we shouldn't have robots doing what. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I mean,
read
like,
what you got.
Put it this way, just to end it off before we get into our little rabbit hole. What if are these robots going to have like psychological issues? Like, are they going to be in their locker rooms going, oh man, I really want to come out as a transformer? Like, what are we doing?
I
don't
think
see that happening. Like because you got to understand, like, before we get into the rabbit hole, Jack has a beautiful rabbit hole scenario thing. But like human police officers understand Americans. They understand like, hey, like let's say this whole COVID thing hits back, right? Because eventually something's going to come for the 2024 election, right? I mean, if you start going, like I'm going in bars now and I see, do you have monkeypox? Please check for monkeypox. I'm starting to see signs already, all right?
Absolutely.
Now imagine, let's say the whole monkeypox becomes the new COVID for the election year in 2024, right?
Right.
you got to wear a mask. You got to fucking put yourself in a bee costume, right? Because you don't want you got to wear a seatbelt for the guy that's not wearing a seatbelt.
You got to wear a body condom for monkeypox.
And where I'm getting at is, so all that's happening, and let's say you put your mask down and you're smoking a cigarette, right? Mm-hmm. A robot is going to say, put your mask back on. And you're going to go, dude, I'm smoking a cigarette. Put your mask back on with with a weapon.
Yeah.
As a cop will be like, all right, yeah, no problem. Just smoke your cigarette and be
You
gone.
would hope, yeah.
There's not going to be no more sympathy. There's not going to be no more empathy. There's not going to be any judgment. It's going to be put mask on. Okay, boom. Either knock you out, or if you go reach in your pocket, you're getting blasted, right?
It fucking shoots a net and just drags you to fucking...
And this is just the beginning. Like, I get it. A lot of people going, what is this guy talking about? Yeah. Right now, it's for hostage negotiation and maybe to clear a room with some whack job that has a gun.
Yeah.
I get it. That's now. But in 10 years, they're going to be policing your streets.
Oh,
maybe even as soon as 2024.
Absolutely. And so this all goes into the rabbit hole. So let me just start it off with a little background. I mean, it's human nature that we just get better at, building weapons and destructive things. We started off with arrows, and now we got nukes, right? So cops with the new technology has to wear the cameras, right? And you still have the human element there, right? But really what the problem is that cops are in danger when they go to these places, right? Heroes. They are trying to eliminate the human loss when it comes to certain situations, for instance, the hostage situation and whatever. But the majority of cops that get lost are on the streets. So then they start looking at those numbers, and this is where the rabbit hole starts, right? We can use robots to save lives, everyone's lives. Right now, they're just the EOD, the robots that are controlled by, Call of Duty shit. It's not anything crazy. It's all fucking remote control. But that's going to mean less cops and more robots, with more robots being controlled with people that are more trained with video game playing and that shit than actual human compassion, because they're not there. Right?
You might have a job in the future.
What?
You might have a great job in the future. Me too. We play Call of Duty all the time.
Training. So you have more of the people that are trained with...
Some guy's going to take it way too far. Wait, if I get another kill, do I get like an airdrop or something?
Need to call in air support, danger close, 10 feet away from me.
But like you were saying, sorry.
No, it's all good. So the robots get better. Right? That's the natural progression. The robots are going to get better. And as the robots get better, everyone else gets better at interfering, because now you have robots. You don't have humans. So now people are like, well, I could just shoot this fucking thing down or slice a tire, disable it, fucking throw a Molotov at it, whatever. So they're going to make those things better, and people are going to get better. And that's how you get to the point where people are like, okay, well, the only way this is going to really work is if robots can act for themselves, where you don't need the person behind the controller, because in the moment you can't wait for that delay to go and check with a human if the action is legal. Let's just say So it's just going to be gangs versus the government with robot war style shit versus fucking remote panzers. Like you're looking at cybernetics, and it's the beginning. We're not like one step away, but now you're talking about robots in the streets. Once upon a time, it was like, why are you putting cameras on? And now it's,
This is how it's starting. We don't know how it's going to end, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be robots on every corner eventually. And not to bring up the whole China thing, but they have drones now.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. And my point is, you're going to have gangs versus the government, which are robots. Gangs are not going to even have a chance, which is good, and a good thing, because, I get it.
Why not?
People are raised differently, but
at what point can you say the people are not supposed to have the advantage over the government?
As in what?
Not just gangs. I mean, people in general. At what point should the people not be able to defend themselves from, let's say, a government that decides robots
they should
down the streets.
But let's be honest, are you going to have a chance? Like, eventually, they're not going to just send out a robot and be like, all right, well, we just lost 2,600 robots. No. The robots they're going to send out are going to be the real deal.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be, you got to understand, these are man-made. I mean, you shooting it, trying to stab it's not going to work.
True.
Maybe you got to fucking throw hot water at it. I get it. But now, what my point is, okay, so now they're developing robots. California just approved that robots can now use deadly force. My thing is now, when they do start policing the streets eventually, because eventually it's going to get to that point, are robots considered like human? Do they get the imminent threat? Like, if you are to try to harm a robot the way you harm the police officer, could it use deadly force or any type of force?
Okay, so I see what you're saying. If there's no real danger to the operator, would any hostile actions against the robot be taken
like say the guy seen the robot, had a bucket of water, because everyone's now going to keep a bucket of water on their hostage negotiation thing, right? Robot comes in.
You don't think about it? You don't?
Me? No, I don't think about it. These are all just shit coming to my head now.
Yes, I guess. Yeah.
Or they take a chainsaw, they start trying to rip the robot's arm. Is it allowed to fucking deck you in the face? Because, you know, a human can punch you all so hard, but a robot can be designed to fucking just knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, all right, so these robots are, they're armed right now with explosives, which is weird because in my head I'm going, what the fuck are you going to do? Like, roll up this thing and go, let everyone go, or I blow everybody up? Like, what's the...
And what happens when the guy goes, oh, I didn't press that button, but it blew up the parking lot?
I think it's going to be more like vandalism.
Well,
anyway.
The robot malfunction, we have it in the, you know, the written form where if it malfunction, it's no one's fault. And
I'm sure that in the courts, there's a way to increase, like, for instance, if somebody damages a vehicle, a police vehicle or a military vehicle, there's like 4 or 5 charges that you can attach to it. But I don't think, I don't think that any of them are going to be like attempted murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I just think it's going to be comply or die.
Eventually, when the robots can think for themselves, which is kind of scary. Oof. And it's definitely something a lot of people have talked about, including Elon Musk. So, and you know what? When that guy says something, I tend to listen.
You have to listen.
I listen to everybody, but when he says something, I usually give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Ready for Jack's news?
Let's do it.
Jack, what do we got?
All right. So speaking of Elon Musk, he recently uncovered a whole lot of shit, spilling all internal documents to a reporter named Matt Taibbi. And I'm not going to read anything directly from. I'm just going to give you what I've understood from it. And from what I understand, everyone at Twitter, except for Jack Dorsey, had information that something was going to be coming in. And they purposefully stopped a story from coming out and invented new rules as it came in, as it was getting leaked, as to why they were doing it without thinking, hey, is this legal? Rather, they did question whether or not it was legal, but didn't give a flying fuck and did it anyway.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary because if you think about how in the past, let's just say the entire time Biden's been president, and how everyone's saying, oh, you know, January 6th, they shouldn't have happened. Trump was saying that he should be president, this and that, et cetera, et cetera. But if you know that that information would have changed the election, what else could, I mean, people have gone to jail for doing things like that. Now imagine if it wasn't just one person doing that and it was an entire company. It was a publicly traded company that was doing something like that. What do? You don't throw the company in jail, right? But you start to look for who's responsible. That's the leader. Logical fucking thing, right? You know, you're not going to throw Jack Dorsey under the bus because he didn't know anything about it. Allegedly, right? He didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But the people that were working, his right-hand woman, Vijaya Gad, they actually both appeared on Tim Pool's podcast a while ago, and she was defending, you know, their censory and, hey, it's not true that we're doing this. Well, now that all this information came out, guess what this bitch is doing? She's fucking working in an advisory role in the CISA, which is basically the censorship arm of the government. It's another alphabet fucking cyber. I could look it up for you real quick. I don't know why I didn't put it up here, but now she's doing the same thing she was doing over there in Twitter, essentially.
For the CISA.
For the government. For our government. CISA.
Yeah. Now, while you look that up, I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. One, because it's like, we'll just bring up the whole Elon Musk to uncover the bullshit with the Twitter, right? Let's just, for instance, do the Hunter Biden, the laptop and stuff, like how everything that was a conspiracy theory obviously is now coming to light, but the whole smoking crack, right? I just had to bring this up because God forbid, like they would rip Trump just because he had the helicopter going on in the background when he would talk. Now, this guy's son is doing crack with prostitutes, spending money, and there is proof that there was exchange and business with Ukraine.
Yes.
This is why Ukraine's being under attack now, because someone didn't do their job or someone didn't get their pay, right? The big guy. Allegedly. Sorry, I have to say that, right? But that's crazy. And it's crazy. What I'm trying to bring up is the people should know everything.
Yes.
Everything about the government. And the government should know really much about you. Mm-hmm. You are your own person. And it's flipped. We don't 100%. Know the people. We're not knowing anything about the government. No one's saying anything. Apparently, we're just paying into something, and they're the secret. But they are knowing everything about us.
100%.
Using social media, using technology, using facial recognition. And we're supposed to get the facts from the news. And we decide, in our opinion,
what the news is,
what the hell is going on. But in fact, the news gives us the opinion, and we, the people, now have to figure out what are facts. This is where we're up to. And I just can't believe there's people in this world that do not see this, that they cannot differentiate what they're doing.
Yeah.
Trump does something bad. His son does something bad, which is not even really bad. Trump fucking fishes and throws the pole in. It's on the news for a month. Hunter Biden smokes crack. There's some images going for Hunter Biden that smokes crack. And next to the what do we got on?
Trump's son-in-law literally brought peace to the Middle East.
Yes.
Not a word.
To North Korea.
Not a word.
Not a word.
Not a word. We won't talk about that.
Not one country invaded during Trump's presidency.
Well, by the way, the company, the bureaucratic arm of the government that she now works for, Vijaya Gad, is in an advisory role at the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. If that sounds like somebody you want to be going through your Facebook feed and your Instagram posts, okay. But nah, not for me, man. Not for me.
Yeah.
And around the world, it's going really bad for them. In fact, another allegedly company that's working with China.
This is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah, it's just the beginning. Another allegedly company that's working with not just our government, but likely the Chinese government. We have Apple, who wants to remove two things. You want to present those two things?
Yeah, so I read an article. Apple is now, everyone should be aware through social media, actually, not through the news.
Right. What
the hell's going on in China / Brazil and all these wannabe communist fucking countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Apple wants to remove the airdrop button in China and anywhere where there's protesting for communist countries. They want to remove that airdrop button. They don't want them to send us proof and what the hell is going on. Really. People are in their apartments and the Chinese government are actually welding them inside.
Yep.
Right? And that's one thing. Hold on, let me get to the other thing. And Apple now wants to remove the application Twitter from their app store. So this way, you could probably still use Twitter. You have to go on www.twitter.com possibly. It's just not going to be as easy as it is running through a mobile app that's designed.
You'd use a VPN.
Well, you still got to download the app.
Yeah.
If they remove the app from the app store, you can't really download it no more. You just have to go online. But what I'm getting at is, if you guys can't see what the hell's going on, like Apple is now, like Twitter is now releasing facts. Apple now wants to remove Twitter, so you don't see the facts, right?
Right. Or at the very least, everything. Because when you take things away, then you only get what they leave you, right? Obviously. Yeah. But it's really up to you to decide what's going on for real, right? You go outside your house. And it doesn't really matter what's in the paper if what's that stupid bitch, the governor of New York, Hochul. Doesn't matter how much Hochul tells you the streets have never been safer. It really doesn't fucking matter if you're going into the subway and you're getting fucking mugged,
stabbed,
or stabbed. Raped. It does. They're not going to convince you. So a lot of it is up to you to decide what the truth is. So when they start taking away things that could be the truth, you go, why? Just leave it all in there. I'll make my own fucking assertions.
No, they're thinking for you. They want to think for you.
And then they send the robots in.
I love when I run into someone that actually believes everything. Like, they're so government dependent, it's not even funny. Yeah. It just pisses, like, they're so dumb. Like, you are that 70% that are dumber than your dumbest friend.
You brought it up earlier, which I appreciate. The robot thing. Can you imagine if we had the robot capabilities where we could just send, a legion of fucking robots out there to make sure that people had masks on? Well, but can you imagine how terrible? Because I guarantee you, people
that is happening, though.
I don't know if that specifically is happening. I have proof.
Oh. China, they might not have robots with guns, but China has drones.
Oh,
they have the doggy robot attached to speakers. Mm-hmm. Stay in your house.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Do not leave. Mm-hmm. Wear your mask.
That's in China.
Don't come out of your house.
I'm saying, could you imagine what China, that would have been?
That's
here?
Who runs the world.
Yeah.
Biden and all these people have ties with these people.
Yeah. But I don't know. Hey, can you, are you shocked really that these things are happening to the people that America depends on? With the phones
I just
and
hope
technology.
People that are level-headed are not going to be involved with this.
I think we're a year away from having our own robots enforcing mask rules.
Year and a half. I'd say
as soon as
at the end of August, September of next year, because they have to slowly bring it into the election year. You can't just hit it hard during the election year. It's got to slowly transition.
Maybe.
You never know.
I just think that as soon as they come up with this new reason that you have to comply or other people die, as soon as that becomes the narrative again, where you need to put your mask on for everyone else, which, by the way, another fake bullshit fucking claim that was made. Yeah. As soon as that sentiment starts bubbling back up to the top, a lot of people are going to start looking at these robots like, well, we could save their lives because they're not in danger of COVID. And really, all we're doing is, I don't even know what, because you're just going on
in China right now.
You're just going to have a robot roll past all the homeless people that are on the street to go stop the guy in the convenience store for not having his mask on. How does that work?
I don't get it. But it's just crazy. 'Cause, like I said, I don't think I got to touch base on it real quick. There's people in China that are in their apartment buildings, and the government is going around with iron doors and seals and locking them in.
Yeah, they're welding them into their apartment. Yeah.
Building camps, right? Yeah. Building camps. Actually, one camp just got burnt down by the protesters.
Well, okay, so that ties back into the censorship. So what's going on in China right now is that the people are all protesting.
Yes, and that's why Apple wants to remove the AirDrop
Right.
button, so we don't get the information, and remove Twitter off the App Store, because most of it will be out on Twitter.
Right.
You know, you can still go on Instagram and probably Facebook, but they could figure out how to desensitize and not make it in your algorithm.
Yeah. A lot of people I know haven't seen the pictures and videos of these people in China holding up the white pieces of paper, because they were literally getting beaten and jailed for protesting with shit written on the paper. Like, you know, you protest.
They're living in a box
sign,
that's 6
we
by
want
3
democracy.
feet.
They were just like, no, tie them up, throw them out. Now, to not get
That's it.
arrested, they're holding up white sheets of paper. And everybody else is thinking this is, you know, well, you know, they're trying to get rid of COVID, so this makes sense.
Yeah, California.
Shut the fuck up.
Williamsburg, Brooklyn. You know, they're trying to stop the COVID. They're trying to flatten the curve. 15 days. It's 977 days by the time this show airs. So, anyway, Jack.
I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody truly and deeply for continuing to come and hang out with us while we do these shows. I hope you enjoy it. I know we enjoy it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And ignore that.
Oh, that's a sneeze.
Yeah. What about you? What do you got?
All right. Yeah, no, this is another fun show. You know, sometimes we get a little serious, but we try to put some comedy in there.
Keep you up to date.
You know, people, we got to entertain you, but also let you know what the fuck's going on in this world. UnFollowVic, available on Instagram, YouTube. Just give us a like, a follow, love us, share us.
Love us.
And we'll do the same. We'll see you next week. Christmas is coming. Woohoo! Peace.
Peace.